Wow, Jen,
Chanel,
we're back.
we're back. We are.
Wow, how have you been for these many months?
Many months. Man, I don't even remember the last time we did this.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Yeah, definitely. I've been good, busy. I bought a house. My biggest update.
That's amazing.
And how are
Yeah.
you been?
I've been wild. It's been a wild trend. Like the last 6 months have been a lot of change, a lot of transition. Can't say it's bad. But yeah, it's been a lot. And for those who don't know what they are coming back to, because you've never seen it before, welcome back to the talk show with Chanel and Jen.
Yes.
Oh wait, we had a whole thing. This is a show where Black and Afro Latina chicks talk about the culture and say funny things and girl talk
Yes,
or
girl
femme
talk.
talk,
I'm like,
inclusive talk.
we had a thing. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't need. I didn't bother looking it up. So we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, so we have usually on the show we do like different segments. We have retired those, so if you ever want to see them again, I think we talked earlier today. We're gonna eventually get it back on YouTube. Haven't done it yet. Completely lazy, but what we used to do is all these different segments, and now we're gonna keep it very organic and just talk about what the hell's been going on.
Yeah, just update on all kinds of stuff. All right. Let me share my screen.
Period. So, thank you, Jen, for being our tech.
I
You're so
am the
capable.
Oh,
Yes,
I had to put our intro in here.
Government.
Government. What's poppin'? Current events. What's been happening in the world? Oh shit.
We have a new president.
Oh yeah, that happened too, right?
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. Well, what happened last week, as we all know?
I'm referring to Ted Cruz when I say president.
Climate change is real, you guys. Climate change is so real. Texas was fucking cold last week. It sucked. People lost power. People didn't have water. Some people still don't have water. It was not a fun time. And our wonderful, wonderful Ted Cruz decided to go to Cancun.
His hair braided.
My favorite part about this, I mean, this is awful. He fucking sucks. He's trash. But my favorite part about this is that he literally blamed his children and was like, "Oh, my kids wanted to go
yeah,
with some friends since they had these extra school days off." And
naturally,
like, when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know how old his kids are. But like when I first heard it, I didn't know, and so I looked it up. They're fucking little kids.
They're like 11 and 12 or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it's so wild that you don't have school, so you're like, let's go to Mexico on vacation.
Of course you deserve a vacation, of course. Yeah. I mean, just in the when I think about growing up, when like I remember one time in Detroit there was a big power outage, we all just stayed in one house together. Like people left their house. We all met at one particular house and then we just hung out. And that was great. Like nobody thought to get on a plane and go somewhere warm or better because we knew we would stick it out. Now mind you, it's not the same thing as the ice storm where people have died. But it was like a citywide blackout. I don't even remember the year. I just remember the occasion. So the point I'm trying to get to is that you make things work. Like I don't even know that my first thought would be, oh, let's get on a flight. Like that's a different level of privilege and money from being a public servant. So the irony here is that he is rich like that from his position in like taking care of people, technically representing the people. And his first thought was about his kids. Alternatively, I hope his kids are truly assholes and that they're like, they really terrorize him. That would also make me happy if his kids like, torture them and made him go to Cancun. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, well, I think it was actually the wife's doing because there was apparently her text messages got leaked.
Yeah. Love that.
I love that for the friend. I'm like, she's got some great friends. But yeah, she was like, our house is freezing. Let's go to Cancun.
Yeah, she was like, y'all want to get in on this? Like, let's do a group trip. My thing is, he could have just let them go. Like, I think that would have escaped a lot of like ridicule because he should have been there. We just, not to get political, but basically it's like, if that's your political party still, just own it. Just admit what it is. Quit lying about equality and family values. Like, it's about you being a white man and upholding that way of life. And I just would rather you just rename the party for that and just call it the White Man Party, and let's keep it moving. And then that way I know.
The White Man Party.
That's what I'm saying. Just call it what it is. I'm happy with that.
No, absolutely. So that happened, and it sucked. And fuck Ted Cruz.
Well, we're going to go up and down from here. So this is, speaking of presidential, there is a new show. I forget who is doing this. It might be Netflix. Oh, it might be either Netflix or like, CNN does the things, whatever. I don't know. But they're doing a show called The First Lady. And we have the Queen, Viola Davis, picked to play Michelle Obama. I am sickened. I'm living. My wig is already removed. Like, we're going to have trouble recognizing who's who moving forward after this role. That's my prediction.
Yes, it's going to be like the Selena Jennifer Lopez thing.
Yes. No, better yet, it's going to be like the lady that killed Selena and that actress, and how I'm never going to see her as anyone else again. Yeah, that actually ruined that lady's life, playing that role.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about this, but this is exciting. I'm going to watch for sure.
There are some good ones. Michelle Pfeiffer, one of them white people named Michelle, is going to play Betty Ford. And then like they got Gillian Anderson, I think they're the lady from X-Files. She's playing Eleanor Roosevelt. Like,
so is it like an anthology?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're like running through first. Yes, exactly. And mind you, let me tell you how much research I did. Do you see the words on there? That was my research. I said, okay, they're doing a show. I see 2 pictures, screenshot and talk about it for extensively on the show. But yeah, so I think they're going to do several of them. And I do think that like the downplaying of first ladies happened a lot into like our era. Like, I feel like maybe Eleanor was probably the first like notable one, but I think it's really important now that like first ladies have this idea where like they actually do something and are actually helpful. And I'm also interested to see like if Doug, the second gentleman, feels compelled to do anything, or if he lets Kamala shine. Like, I think that would be, I'm not saying I want his show, I'm just saying I think that'd be interesting to see if he how he does, because he's actually an icon. I'm not gonna lie, like he's so chill about being the second gentleman. I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, because it's not every man that would be down with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you watch The Crown, then like I felt bad for the guy, but I'm like, bruh, you married the queen. Like, chill. You gotta chill. You gotta chill out. Okay, so that's good news. Yes. Wow. Okay, wait, everyone.
What is this?
1 second. If you know, you know. The hat has touched down. Like, what is it? Like 7 years ago, Bobby Shmurda threw his hat up in the Hot Nigga video, and we had to wait because he was incarcerated and he was going through the struggle at Rikers. And my man's is free, and the hat is streaming back down to our gravity pull, and the hat's touched down now, and I'm so excited. There was physics involved. There are people who went up and did the calculations for how far the hat up went. It obviously went into a different atmosphere, and you can go to the next slide. And so Shmurda's free, and his real name is Hella French Akil Jean Pollard, also known as Bobby Shmurda.
Akil
is free. And so just happy Black History Month. This is great news. This is something that we needed. He's an icon. In that middle picture, he's wearing, like, he just got out of jail. He's already got picked up on a private jet. He's already hit the club. He has on Telfar, which is a Black-owned, Liberian-American woman's brand. They're taking care of him. He's not going to break his parole. He's here and he's with us. And I can't wait for more music. So I also hope that he doesn't commit any more crimes. I also want to be fair. Yeah. He did commit the crimes that he went to jail for. So I would hope that he stays clean and continues to give us music. And I'm excited for him because he actually created and I feel like people will get mad that I admitted that he did the crimes. But anyway, he actually created the drill movement that like now is so big and so many rappers are taking off. Like Bobby started that. So I just really hope that he comes back and is able to evolve, continue to make the music that like we love, but then also to grow and to like get free from the the pull of the system, because I'm like, every time I think about people parole and how you can like just lose time waiting for your trial, like the system is terrifying. So really happy for him that and we salute him because he didn't snitch. So that's, you know, Bobby's free.
What did he go to
And
jail for?
I think he was really doing some stuff. Like they were like, you know, robbing and shooting and yeah, like, and then he had a song where he basically like outlined what he used to sell drugs, and they used, so the problem was that everyone raps about selling drugs. He actually would do interviews and be like, yeah, that's my real life. So the New Jersey Supreme Court said, okay, great. So we're going to use those lyrics in your trial. And they played back the lyrics of Hot Nigga when they were convicting him. So it's terrible. It's a miscarriage of justice, and also justice was served. But I just really hope that he stays free. That's kind of it. Like I can't blame him for the past, but hopefully, because the thing about this is I really love all the rap shit. I love trap music, but I also think about, like, you know, people do die behind this stuff. So I just hope for all the best. God bless to everyone involved.
Yep. Movies that moved us.
Wow. So this came out.
I don't know when it came out. Wasn't it around October?
Yeah, I think it was a scary movie, like Halloween time. Yeah.
I love this movie so much. I don't remember all the details. I watched it like right when it came out, but it was so fucking good.
It moved you, yeah. I mean, so quick sidebar, like hair is such a big topic for us in general. Like how you think about your hair, how you feel about it, the myths behind what certain hairstyles create for you. So I know you don't remember the details, but like, what did you remember taking away from the movie? Like just the idea about having hair, like, also, sorry, real quick, let's recap for anyone who hasn't seen it. So without spoiling too much, it's basically a movie about like hair taking on a life of its own, and there being like a mythology and like a magic behind hair that can be good or evil. And it is a play on the idea of hair, like there's a play on the idea of like the hair itself in this movie is bad as in evil, but there's also these connotations around bad hair being hair that is super kinky and like very curly hair, and then good hair, quote unquote, being hair with a certain texture. And so like playing on that idea of good and bad hair and then actually making the hair evil, I think was an amazing concept. So with that said, yeah, what did you remember taking away or feeling about the movie?
Yeah, I really love that aspect of like turning the hair into like this mystical, like evil spirit thing. I loved that. And like, I mean, my relationship with my hair has always been like very complicated. Like growing up, like my mom didn't know how to do my hair, so she got it relaxed as soon as she could, as soon as I was old enough. And so my hair was relaxed for a long time. And then like once I got to college, I was like, all right, I'm doing the big chop. I'm going natural. And like everybody in my family like freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like also like I'm Dominican, so Latinas very much like hair straightened, like that's what they do.
Grow it down to your butt and keep going.
Yes, exactly. So when I went natural, it was like this horrible big deal, like, oh my gosh, pelo malo, which really is bad hair in Spanish, pelo malo, because I inherited the bad hair from that side of the family. So it was like this huge, terrible thing. But now I feel like it's getting more like accepted. Like last time I went to the DR, like I saw so many girls with their fros. I was like, yes.
Oh yeah.
Finally, y'all get it.
Wow. Yeah, it's tough being ahead of your time. Like being awkward before the awkward Black girl phase was painful. It was not cute. It wasn't nothing cute about it. Wasn't no Daniels running around nowhere. Wasn't no two J's to choose from. No, it was awkward. It was bad. I totally get that. I think I really resist the conversations about hair and gray. Like I kind of reject compliments on my hair because I feel like it's a very annoying thing to perpetuate. Like I don't feel any particular way about my hair. Like I love myself by extension, but I don't love my hair more than a different grade of hair. I also like when I locked my hair years ago, people didn't know if my hair would lock. And I'm like, yo, I'm not white. Like my hair is gonna lock. Like, what are you talking about? So like locking my hair was important for me on the opposite end, to be like, my hair is not this fine texture you think it is just by looking at it. Like I'm Black, you know? So that was like why that was so important to me. Now I'm growing it back out. But yeah, this movie was something that I couldn't even necessarily relate to fully because I've never had hair texture that like is has to like where I have to deal with that, like the idea that the way my hair naturally goes out of my head like bothers white people, whereas there are Black women and Latin women who like that's like it, like there's nothing they can do besides transform their hair in some kind of way to be accepted in certain environments, and I think that's obviously terrible. So anyway, that I thought that I also like resonate with that. There was an element of like going back to like antebellum times in this movie and like looking at like the history. So like they what I liked about it is like there was a witchcraft element, and it was like a part of well, I don't want to say witchcraft, but it was like a part of like this history of like being Black and understanding your history, and there being like myths involved in that, and like tales, like wives' tales.
Yeah, like
and
folklore.
yeah, I think I couldn't find a word, but and what I liked about that too is a lot of these shows are very like Christian, and so to see a Black heritage show where it talks about like folklore, I think is dope. Also on here, so first of all, Laverne, just
Laverne,
I mean, killed it. But like for me, like the empathy I felt watching her get her hair, like it is so painful. I think I don't want to spend too much time on this, but going to the shop can be so painful. Like that's another reason why I went natural, because I felt I hated being at the shop. It wasn't the same as the barbershop for me. It was like I was stuck there for hours. I hated all that heat on my head. I felt like I was always I felt like I didn't know the social norms. Like I remember like resisting that. And I'm actually grateful because I save a lot of money by not buying bundles. But but you know what I mean? Like and for me, when my first year of college, I don't even want to admit this on tape, I didn't moisturize my hair for like a month. Like I just didn't know what I was doing.
Honestly, same. I think that happens because like
I just put it up.
Yeah, my mom would just like take me to the salon because she didn't know how to do my hair. So she couldn't
Mm-hmm.
teach me. She couldn't teach
Mm-hmm.
me how to do it. So when I went to college and I'm like trying to fend for myself with this natural hair that I just chopped off, my hair it wasn't good
It
for
was
a long time.
yeah, right. And my mom's hair has always been short. So for her, it's like, it's not that she doesn't know how to do hair. She had no concept of natural because she's just never had to grow it out like ever. So when I went home, she fixed it for me because she knew what she was doing in that sense. But I actually had to learn like the dynamics of natural. And so like, anyway, so just going back to what you were saying, the tradition, although like as a culture, we're talking about natural more, it is very generational. Like you with your daughter will teach her to love her hair, and that's gonna now it's stuck. But if that hadn't happened with you, it doesn't matter what's happening in the ether. Like if you and your family haven't processed that yet, you're still gonna be behind. So I'm glad that you embrace your hair. And like for me, it's so funny because I always think like maybe I'm gonna go to the other side and maybe I'm gonna perm it just because fuck it. But I'm never gonna do that. It's just a troll.
Yeah, I've thought about it too a couple of times when I've just been like frustrated, like I'm just
right.
gonna relax it and not mess with it anymore. But no, I won't.
No, I'll never do it. It's not even worth it because your hair will never be this. Then you have to start over again. No, I'd rather just comb through it. And then last honorable mention is Lena Waithe has I'm sure she produced the movie or helped write or whatever. Lena does everything, but there's a scene at the end where Lena like is still alive, and we thought she was.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I just spoiled something, but anyway. I screamed. I paused it and was like, "That's amazing!" Like, because again, it flips this idea on the head of like, if the whole horror movie is Black people, then there's no longer like, what would you do in that scenario? Or oh, the white person does this, I would never do that. It was a realistic kind of like in a way. So anyway, I love that they like flipped horror on its head, and I'm really obsessed with this idea of like the new horror stuff. By the way, we won't discuss it because it is Black History Month, but I watched Midsommar, and I'm still not doing okay.
I fucking love that movie so much.
I'm not okay, Jen.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it was a good movie, but I'm not mentally okay anymore.
Oh, I know.
It unhinged me. Okay. But yeah,
before we move on from a movie standpoint, like I wanted to mention that about horror too, because I love horror movies, and it's like they're always so white. So like I'm loving all of this this new horror with Black people can be in horror movies and we don't have to die.
Yes. And then I just go watch it. But I feel like at this point it's safe. And when Lena Waithe pops up and is like, "Girl, I was pretending like I was dead," I was like, "Me, I would have done that too." Loved it. Great movie, 10 out of 10. So this film, I'm just gonna say it dropped this month. It's on HBO Max. Some theaters are open. I just want to say like, ooh, okay. Our history is so deep and so misunderstood. Like there's so many intricate stories if you look at every single culture, like just to start as a bottom line. But with like the Black Panther Party or like other like experiences or movements of Black liberation, like there's stories within stories within stories. So I literally had no idea about the actual like premise of this movie, which is like the infiltration of the FBI within the Black Panther Party. Like I knew obviously that like Hoover had a hard on for us, but I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know the intricacies of it. So I was like yeah, I was educated by it. Also, of course, like in the chat, they're talking about the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack is beyond. Like there's a Nipsey Hussle and Jay-Z song that is like, I mean, like they're releasing Nipsey Hussle's music now again because I think there's another album coming. And so thinking about like a modern Black liberator in the context of this is amazing. There's also a lot of controversy because Jay-Z is a big capitalist, like he just is. And you know, like Fred Hampton was very much a socialist. And I think that there's a lot of like us looking at people who are pro-Black and then forgetting about the socialism part, which is a big fucking part of like the whole movement and the idea of sharing wealth because the system's not for us. So anyway, just wanted to say, watching this movie reminded me I am a socialist. I need to get back to being a little bit more like proactive about it. But I would just say like, go watch it. And also that in the top left is Martin Sheen, and he's like, yeah, he's Hoover in this movie, and this man is ready for the Giuliani life biopic. If they're not making this right now, just because the way that he transformed his body and his face, he looks just like Rudy Giuliani. I'm like, if y'all weren't making it, go make it now. Because he's ready, he's body ready for this role. So anyway, yeah, definitely highly recommend. And also, I didn't tell you that me and Daniel Kaluuya are dating.
I was just gonna ask, what is this man's name? I don't remember his name.
That's Lakeith. Lakeith Stanfield. Yeah, we went on a double date, remember?
Yes, double date.
Yeah, it was so great. It was fun. They're both great guys. So anyway, I'll tell Daniel you guys said hey.
Be Still My Heart. Okay.
That was a great movie. But yeah, those are movies that moved us. Like we just wanted to highlight, you know, we watched plenty of stuff. We wanted to highlight really like dope Black art that's coming out. And when we write our scripts and make our movies, we'll come back and do the movies that move us, right, Jen? Okay, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Girl, I'm working on my screenplay. Watch out.
I would like a
part
for all of it. I'm gonna add a line and get a co-writing credit. I'm gonna be the loud friend. I'll do the lighting. I'm down for whatever, girl. Let's make this happen.
Down for whatever. Well, this has brought us to the drinking game portion of our show.
Yes.
If you have a drink, friends at home, whoever's watching, grab your drink if you want to play along. My intention was when I initially thought of this, I was like, I'll do a shot, but it's too much. So I'm just going to take a little sip of my drink. So the Golden Globes are happening this weekend on Sunday. So I have some of the nominees here on this slide, some of the female nominees, the women. So we are going to, or if you would like to participate, go for it. I'm going to take a sip for every white woman nominated for a Golden Globe.
But on the flip, remember, I'm going to take a shot for every Black woman nominated, and I'm drinking bleach. So we're going to see who wins.
Here we go. Lily Collins, Haley Kiyoko, Elle Fanning, Jan Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Olivia Colman, Judy Comer, Emma Corrin. I don't know half of these women. Laura Linney, Sarah Paulson, fantastic. Gillian Anderson, love her. Helena Bonham Carter, Julia Garden.
Oh, that's Beatrice from. Oh, okay.
Ozark. Annie Murphy, Cynthia Nixon, loved her. I recently just watched Sex and the City. Maria Bakalova, Kate Hudson, Michelle Pfeiffer, respect. Rosamund Pike.
She killed that shit. I'm not gonna lie. She killed I Care a Lot. Okay.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Who is that?
Queen's Gambit. Kate Blanchett, love her. Daisy Edgar Jones.
Never heard of her.
Shira Hayes.
Interesting face.
Nicole Kidman. She wears a lot of bad wigs.
Nicole Kidman is a staple. It's hard because like Nicole Kidman is technically not even that good of an actress, but she's also an amazing actress. It's the same at the exact same time.
Depends on what.
Sorry. Go ahead. Wow.
Glenn Close.
That's that bitch. I can't even fight.
Olivia Colman again. Mm-hmm. Jodie Foster.
What was she in?
I don't know.
I'm glad she's alive.
Amanda Seyfried.
Love her.
Helena Zengel.
Yeah.
Couple more.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Viola Davis.
Whew. Well, it's nice knowing you. A little bleach won't hurt. I take some bleach for Viola.
Andra Day.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, Jen, I might have... you should have warned me.
The Billie Holiday movie. I need
which just came out.
Yeah, I need to see it. Vanessa Kirby. Frances McDormand.
She's been through some stuff now. So you can see it in her face.
And Carey Mulligan.
If you wait, can you go back one slide real quick? Because I just want to tell you, they don't need an Academy. Because if I can get in here real quick, I'm gonna give you Laura Linney. Laura Linney put her foot in that. That Ozark thing, like that's a great show. I'm gonna give you Julia Garner.
I love.
Did she in the front row? Yeah, Sarah Paulson's. I mean, she deserves. Emily in Paris. Go to hell.
Go to hell. That's such trash. I watched 5 minutes of that show and I fell asleep.
Go to the 7th ring of hell and walk around all day with no shoes on.
It's such trash.
Gillian Anderson, I think she's great. I love the British ladies. Schitt's Creek is funny. Put them in the comedy section the way you did Get Out. Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, you know what's funny about the 2021 ones is like they've seen the movies and just think they're going to be good, and so they're okay, fine. Like we talked about Nicole Kidman already. The old ladies, if they haven't gotten one, sure, by all means, take care of them.
Most of these old ladies have gotten awards, girl.
Okay, then they gotta get to the back of the bus.
Go.
Yeah. Elle Fanning. She not the lady who used to sing the Lights music.
No, that's Ellie Goulding. Elle Fanning is in a show called The Great, which I watched, and it's actually a very good show. Yeah.
Okay, is she related to Dakota?
Yes, it's her sister.
Okay, then she's good. She can share Dakota's award. So when we kick all in the flight attendant, not great. Let me tell you how we could redo the flight attendant on this show in 5 minutes and be like, oh, just call the police when you wake up next to a dead body. Next episode. Yeah. No, this is I'm not surprised, but I am always disappointed.
Right. I'm never surprised when I see these nominations, but it's just always like, you guys, what the fuck?
This is terrible, but Helen Zengel is young. She looks like she played in a role where like a little girl went through some shit. Like she looked like she got whatever movie she's in, she got kidnapped. She had to make a way for she's probably a child prostitute. Like she looks like they gave her the role of her life, and because there's no other reason why she should be in here.
Right. When it's a child nominated, it's like they've been through a lot in that movie.
Yeah, I don't even want to see that shit. She's in the Woody Allen biopic.
Oh God, have you seen it? I watched the first episode.
Yeah, I started. Yeah, I'm watching that shit. He did it too. There's no way they all did it. Can you, Olivia, put it across the screen? They always did it. Okay, sorry, I pulled this back here, but I just want to say, and I'm about to watch Billie Holiday though. I bet you, like, just every time we look back at history, we need to do another show, Jen, so we can talk about Brittany Spears. I cannot even. I can't. Yes. I'm sorry. I said that too late in this show, but why is Brittany Spears is not on here?
Put us on the schedule.
Give me Brittany. Where's Brittany's award?
Brittany. We need to have a whole Brittany hour. Absolutely. God,
a special. She needs a special.
When I watched that, I was like, I felt so terrible. Like, that shit broke my heart.
I watched it like I wasn't alive for everything. I watched it like, oh my God. Like, I was like, I can't believe they did that.
I mean, I knew like paparazzi was like bad, but like when you see that shit, it's like,
it makes more sense. Yeah,
it's terrible. So, anyways, Black History Month, I wanted to just spotlight a couple of Black actresses that were overlooked this year. I've watched a lot of TV, so these are mostly just from TV shows. People that I liked.
Listen.
Listen. So Michaela Coel in I May Destroy You. She also wrote the show, created it. It's a heavy show. It's difficult to watch, but it's so good. It is so amazing. It's probably my favorite thing that I watched this past year.
First of all, it took me months to get through it because I would have to
Right.
pause episodes to be like, okay, why are you doing this to me?
Yes.
Why is this so deep? And then at the end, the roll credits on the last episode, I said, oh, okay. So she destroyed me and she knew she was going to.
Yes.
So she pretend warned me. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that last episode, holy fuck. It's so good. Yeah. Issa, of course, Queen. Love her forever. And any of the actresses on Insecure, they're also fucking good.
They're all great.
Journey, we love her.
Journey said, fuck my brother, okay? Forget about all that stuff. Y'all really put some dirt on my name and y'all need to know better.
Yes, absolutely.
Reminder that I have a podcast out there called Lovecraft Country. We recap Lovecraft Country. Go find it on YouTube and Anchor. Okay.
Yes, love the plug.
Yeah.
So love all of them. And then a couple more. Jordan Kristen Simone, I love her. It's she's in the show called We Are Who We Are. It's on HBO. It is so good. I love it. I feel like a lot of people didn't watch it.
I haven't seen it, yeah.
Yeah, but it's really, really good. I loved it so much. And then Miss Moses Ingram in the Queen's Gambit. She like fucking saved that show. I don't know. I feel like Queen's Gambit was a little bit overrated. Did you watch it?
Okay, I did the most weirdest shit ever, which I bought the audiobook first. And so because I listened to the audiobook, there's apparently some content in the audiobook that's not really in the show. So that scared me from it because I really can't do like child sexual assault stuff. And there's like a weird thing in the book. So I didn't watch the show because I thought it would be weird. And apparently it's not in there.
The show. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So I might watch. But anyway, yeah, I know it's about a child prodigy who does chess. And I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Moses, she probably comes and saves the child and takes care of her and makes sure nothing bad happens to her. True or false?
Okay, the thing is, you're close, and I was a little. She does, but it's also the way that they wrote it is funny because she literally calls that out.
Okay, great.
Because they meet at the orphanage when they're little, and then like later on in the story, like homegirl is like falling apart. She's on drugs. She's an alcoholic, and so yes, she is falling apart. She's a hot mess, and so Moses comes and she's like, "Hey, girl, like." You know,
she was also an orphan.
Yeah, they were in the orphanage together, but of course, Moses never got adopted because she's Black. But the other girl did. Yes. So they meet up again years later. This girl's falling apart. She's an alcoholic. She's doing really bad. And there's like towards the end of the series, and she even tells her like the main girl tells her like, "Oh, like you're saving me, you're helping me, whatever." And she's like, "First of all, no, I'm not." So she calls it out. She's like, "Girl, I don't even have my own life together.
Period.
Like, I can help you. I'm your friend. We're family, whatever, because we grew up together. But I'm not here to save you." So I did kind of like it, kind of like, you know, pointed out that they were doing the magical Negro stereotype, but they still did it.
So I just real quick on that, the magical Negro stereotype is super annoying, but also let me tell you why it exists. Because Black people have been saving lives since we got dragged over here. Like that's like a thing, you know what I mean? So that's the other upsetting part about it is like it's being written from a place of truth, but like without giving all the character development and growth and nuance that it deserves. The other thing that just pinged for me is that now that you tell me she was in the place with her, I remember her from the audiobook, and I do not want to ruin anything, but what happened was there's a scene, trigger warning, content warning. There's a scene where like one of the other girls in the orphanage comes up and starts like touching the girl while they're asleep and is like, you know, you like this, and she's like, I don't like this, and I'm like, ooh, and that really like threw me off, and I think it's the Black girl. So now, so I'm very glad they took it out the show because I feel like maybe that fixes the element, because I was just like, oh, I can't hear about a kid in an orphanage being molested by another kid. I was like, I can't do this. So I'm very glad that's gone, and hopefully I didn't ruin anyone's night by bringing that up, but you know, talk about it if it brings you shame. Okay. And next slide.
That's all we got.
Oh, that's it. Wow, that was our last show then, September.
That was the last time we did this. But yeah, I propose that we join again and talk about Brittany Spears. I
mean, the Queen.
Let's have like a whole pop star episode, like fallen pop stars, like tragic Let's do it.
I tweeted about Hillary Duff earlier today because I was like, why was I a fan?
And justice for Amanda Bynes.
Yeah. There's a lot we could do. How about what is it? Lori Beth Denberg, and the fact that she was a fat actress before Melissa McCarthy is. Where's her flowers?
Where are her flowers?
Yeah, so I'm in. I want to give the girls their kudos again. It's so good to see you again. I miss you seeing your face on here. Your face looks better on Twitch, I think, to me. I love it. So yeah. Not that it doesn't look great. It looks perfect though in here. And I'm so glad that oh, sorry. I'm looking at the chat now. I'm so glad that we were able to do this and reconnect. It is yes to Princess Days. That is the girl from Bubblegum. Chewing Gum, and she also wrote Chewing Gum. I hope that you guys, just to add to what Tari said, just real quick, a couple like earlier in the year, last year, we were really serious about like Black Lives Matter, and people were ready to write, and people were ready to talk and ready to call, and that energy is out the window. It's gone. People are going back to regular life. People are forgetting. So if you really still want to celebrate Black History Month and Black Lives Matter, you can start with Cash Apping me and or Jen. You can secondly continue to educate yourself and continue to ask yourself, do the thing. Get a pint of bleach and say, when I see a Black leading lady in this show, I'm going to drink. And if you're alive at the end of the show, then you know there's a problem. So I just really want to highlight that. Like, I'm getting irritated by kind of like us getting back into the groove, because like things need to change. So yeah, I love that I ruined the mood. I love I talked about sexual assault and I talked about drinking bleach, and that's what I came back to bring y'all in 2021.
You guys, if I can drink vodka soda for every single one of these white women, come on.
Period. Come on. That's it, yeah.
You can definitely do more.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, y'all. Well, this has been the Talk Shows Reimagining. We'll be back to talk about pop stars if they'll have us. And if you guys want to see any pop stars in particular, go follow me at Chanel Creating and at Jen Rosa, JenRosa on Instagram, and let us know what you want to see. We used to do a advice element too. So if you guys want more advice from us, let us know and we'll come back and give it to you.
Yes, let us know. Oh, I didn't stop sharing. My bad.
Oh, LOL. We saw your social security number. Okay. Happy Black History Month.